Let's take a look at the earnings here for this. Mark Zuckerberg says personal AI agents could soon help billions manage their lives. And Meta's going all in on that. Meta's going all in on that. Meta reported second quarter revenue of $60.8 billion, which beat the analyst estimates of $59.5 billion. The tech giant turned in second quarter adjusted earnings of $6.18 per share, which missed the estimates of $7.13 per share, according to Benzinga Pro. And actually, I'm sorry, I actually shared the second story that I was going to go to. My apologies. Let's actually go through the numbers first, Then we'll go through the reaction. Total revenue was up 28% on a year-over-year basis. Family daily active people increased 3% year over year. Ad impressions jumped 14% year over year, and average price per ad also increased by 12% year over year. Meta noted its headcount was down 1% year over year to 75,000 as of June 30th. And if you remember, we were talking to 13 yesterday. His belief is that there needs to be more reduction in work staff there. It is a bloated company, and that is going to weigh on its margins. And if we can cut, it's down, the headcount's down 1%. But if they can get that headcount down anymore, that might actually help stabilize Meta's price. Meta generated $31.86 billion in cash flow from operations and $784 million in free cash flow during the quarter. The company ended the period with $90.26 billion in cash, in cash equivalents and marketable securities. Quote, AI is accelerating our core business today, powering our next generation of products and opening the door to entirely new enterprise opportunities, end quote. That came from Mark Zuckerberg on the call. He went on to say, the results are already showing, and I'm optimistic about the potential ahead. Meta expects third quarter revenue to be in the range of $61 billion to $64 billion versus estimates of $62.68 billion. Meta expects full year 2026 expenses to be in the range of $165 to $169 billion. That was versus a prior forecast of $162 to $169. The company anticipates full year capital expenditures of $130 to $145 billion. That was versus the prior guide of $125 to $145. The company noted that it's monitoring regulatory matters that could impact its business and its financial results. Quote, for example, we continue to see scrutiny on youth-related issues in several markets and have a number of youth-related trials scheduled for this year in the U.S., which may ultimately result in a material loss, end quote. Meta said that in the release. Now, what else did Meta say? Well, as I already kind of alluded to, Mark Zuckerberg says that AI agents could soon help billions manage their lives. We'll see how good they are at that. I know some people that are already embarking down this road. On Wednesday, Meta, the CEO Mark Zuckerberg said personal AI agents could eventually help billions of people manage everything from their careers and finances to their health and relationships, calling the opportunity, quote, almost inevitable, end quote. During Meta's second quarter earnings call, Bernstein analyst Mark Shmulik asked whether consumer AI adoption could move beyond using chatbots as glorified search tools and whether a breakthrough was approaching. Zuckerberg said some AI products have already gained traction. And I would agree with Mark on that because the coding agents, or at least the LLMs that do coding for you or do work for you, like filling in spreadsheets, deriving equations in said spreadsheets and all of that, they're more than a chatbot. Now, how much more is this going to be? That's yet to be seen. Obviously, the end goal of this is an Optimus robot that is equipped with AI and knows a whole bunch of stuff and can do everything from folding your clothes to perhaps repairing your flat tire on your car. Who knows? In the meantime, right now, some of these large language models, they absolutely have gained traction and do more than just a glorified search. The question, though, is how far can that go? And can it really be effective outside of coding? We'll see. Mark Zuckerberg pointed to the rapid growth of coding agents over the past year. He described coding as the first major agentic AI market because developers are technically sophisticated, willing to experiment, and more comfortable working with tools that require setup and troubleshooting. But bringing AI on a massive scale presents a different challenge. Quote, if you're trying to build something that isn't used by millions of people, but is used by billions of people, it just needs to work, end quote. Zuckerberg's right on that. He said he believes it is, quote, extremely unlikely, end quote, that within roughly 5 years, billions of people will not have personal AI agents that understand their goals and work on their behalf around the clock. Those agents could help users manage their health, hobbies, personal finance, careers, relationships, I don't know about that one, household responsibilities, and productivity. Meta is pursuing personal AI agents alongside Meta AI, business-focused agents, and advanced AI models capable of enabling new products. Zuckerberg argued that Meta's experience building consumer products for billions of people could give it an advantage. The company also has the infrastructure needed to support computational intensive AI services at a global scale. Still, he acknowledged that Meta has yet to launch the type of personal AI agent he envisions. Quote, I kind of understand that we need to deliver it for our community, end quote. Went on to say, that's what we're very focused on, end quote. Notably, in June, AGI Incorporated CEO Div Garg warned that AI agents could disrupt major tech companies such as Alphabet, which is ticker GOOG, and Meta by reducing reliance on traditional search and human-driven advertising. And I think that's one of the things that the market is absolutely worried about that we saw in the report yesterday.